Oof. Hi. Welcome to the channel. I got some new glasses today, just in time for the end of summer. I've been after some for a long time, but I just never found the right pair, really. I didn't want to spend a fortune. These are £30 from TK Maxx. Feeling those, they look good. I might wear them to bed. I'm going to be one of them people that wear glasses indoors all the time. I went into Costa earlier to get a coffee, and it was like almost pitch black in there. I couldn't see a thing, but I kept the glasses on because I knew it looked cool. I had a few things to talk about, but like I didn't want to do separate individual 3 or 4 minute videos, so I thought I might as well do a sort of podcast episode, I suppose. I don't know what this is going to be, so I suppose just hang in there and see what happens. I might just do the one episode and then leave it at that, but I thought I'd catch you guys up on a few things that I've been doing. So before I start, this isn't the channel's not sponsored at all, but I've got a few affiliate links down in the description which will show you all the equipment I'm using at the moment. So it's my current setup. I've got a link to literally everything. The affiliate links that take you to the Equip to Clean website, those are the links that if you buy something from their website, I get commission on whatever you buy. So you'd be helping the channel out, you'd be helping me, which would be very handy. So if you're looking to start your business, pressure washing stuff, they do gutter cleaning, they do carpet cleaning, windows, garden machinery, they do pretty much everything. And this is where I bought all my equipment from as well. Good price, good equipment from what I've seen so far. I've only had it about 4 months. I've got the 15 litre per minute. Which one have I got? The 15 litre per minute KM 3700PR. I've got the one with the reduction gearbox on it. Absolute bargain. So I've had a couple of weeks off. I've just been doing the we went to Peppa Pig Land. I've just been doing the garden, did a bit of decking, put some fencing up, which I've never done before, so that's quite interesting. I've done some like on top of the pressure washing stuff, I've also been doing some landscaping, which has been cool. I've like been doing things with sleepers and slabs, whacker plates. Like I've never done any of this sort of stuff before, but someone invited me to give it a go, and they were going to pay me for it. So I said I ain't done this before, but I can give it a go if you like. And it went really well. So I've done like 3 patios now. I've done my own decking. I feel like I can do anything now. Do a bit of research and as long as you take your time, you do things properly, you learn along the way. You can do whatever you want to do, can't you, really, pretty much? So CMJ Pressure Washing contacted me today. One of the guys from my pressure washing WhatsApp group. I've got like a Midlands-based WhatsApp group where all the other all the pressure washers in my area, if we've got work that we want to pass on, or if we've got questions that you don't really want to put on the Facebook groups and all that sort of stuff, you just drop it in the chat and we try our best to answer them. He messaged me and said, I've got a roof clean and a driveway to do on Saturday. Did you want to come and help me? And I've never done a roof clean before, so this is like a perfect opportunity for me to get into it and just sort of see how you set up the scaffold towers and see what sort of equipment he's using. For what I could see, we had a little chat, and he uses like an extended pole with a turbo on it, and then he's got the gutter vac as well, so it cleans up any of the mess. So that'd be cool to see. That'd be a good experience. And who knows, if we like work well together, it might be that we work together more in the future. I don't know. But that will definitely get my foot in the door. I've also got a roof clean of my own coming up through through a family member, and it's like a large bungalow, and it gets very mossy, and my stepdad's cleaned it a couple of times, just sort of brushing the moss off the roof and then dumping it all down the bottom of the garden. But I think she wants it pressure washing this time, which would be quite interesting. And I think because it's a bungalow, if I can just get my hands on some ladders, which I've done before, I've borrowed a set of ladders off someone, it's not going to be so crazy from going to just pressure washing driveways and like everything on the ground to doing like a 2-story building where I'm up on a steep roof and of harness and scaffolding and all that business. It's like a nice in between where I can just get a set of ladders and climb up onto it's a very shallow roof, and it's probably a big roof. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, looking forward to this one on Saturday, because hopefully if I can add roof cleaning to my skills, it might be something that will carry me through the winter. If I can announce on Facebook that like now I'm offering roof cleaning. I've had a few customers who have asked me about roofs, and I've turned them down because I've said like I'm not in a position where I can do roofs yet. I've not got the right equipment. Thinking like you needed a trailer with like a scaffold set up, and you need all the extended poles and like Mossmatic surface cleaners and all that sort of stuff. But actually you could rent a tower, and the extended poles aren't crazy expensive. In fact, the Equipped Clean website do some of them, so I might have a look. I tested one out on the training day that they provided a while back. I was surprised at how sort of flexible they are, but I suppose if you're extending something to, I can't remember how many feet it was, I think it was like 8 meters. If you're extending it all the way out to 8 meters, it's going to be flexy. If it's light, it's going to be flexible, isn't it? Unless it's like carbon fiber or something, where you're probably going to be spending a lot more than what these ones were for the carbon fiber stuff. It'll be worth it if you can get like enough roof cleaning customers, I suppose. But for someone who's starting out, I could go for just one of the cheaper ones and see how I get on with it, I suppose. I did a free clean for someone a while back, and I never really spoke about it. I was going to make a video, but you know those videos that people post on Facebook where it's like, I just cleaned this old person's yard for free or something. The whole purpose of the video is to like show how much of a good guy you are because you're doing this stuff for free, but actually all you want to do is create content around it and get clicks. Like on one side, on one hand, it's a cool idea for like a video series, and why wouldn't you? Like if you've got a big enough subscriber base and you're getting people watching your videos, and you can afford to mow someone's grass for free, or transform their yard, or pressure wash their patio for free, if you can afford to do that, and I suppose that's a good way of making content, because you're providing a free service and you're probably making ad revenue from YouTube, so it sort of works out. But for a smaller content creator like me, it just felt weird. Like I didn't even want to record a video. But I got a message on Facebook, which is where I get most of my work, and the girl said, we've got like a block paved rear patio that needs cleaning. My boyfriend's already made a start, but the pressure washer that he's using just sort of stopped halfway through the job. And I hadn't been to one before where someone sort of attempted it themselves, so this was something new for me. But I whip round there pretty quickly because I like to get to my quotes the same day if I can. I think this one was the same day. And I literally walked out into the back garden. She met me at the door, walked out into the back garden, and this guy, bless him, he was there with his glasses and his hat, and I think he had overalls on, but he had a little electric Karcher, and he was head to toe absolutely covered in dirt filthy. Like, it was all up his nose, all over his eyes. He pulled his mask down. That was it. He had like a COVID mask. He pulled it down, and like there's a white patch where his mouth was, and the rest of his face was just brown. And he hadn't even been, because it was taking so long, he hadn't been cleaning the faces of the bricks. He was just getting the weeds from in between the blocks. So he'd been I asked him, how long has this taken you so far? And he hadn't fully finished, but he said, it was 5 hours yesterday and 4 hours today. I was like, what? And then he said, how long would this have taken you? And he said, I don't even think I want to know the answer, but I was like, it'd probably take me like an hour and a half. And he just sort of went like this. And I felt so bad for the guy. He was a really nice couple. And I sort of took a couple of pictures. All it needed was just like a once over with the surface cleaner, because he'd done all the hard work. He'd got all the weeds out. A once over with the surface cleaner, and then just sort of rinsing off. And I went home, sent them the quote, and then I think it was more than they were expecting, I suppose. And she said, he's just gonna carry on, like he's got this far, he might as well finish it. And I just felt terrible. I felt so bad for him, because I thought I could literally whip round there and do it in probably less than an hour now. And so I said, actually, I've revised the price, and I just said I'm not going to charge you. I want to help you guys out because you seem nice. And there was like a little bit of back and forth, because they didn't want to put me out, and they wanted to get me some beer or something to say thanks. But I thought about recording it and putting it on YouTube as like a video and saying I did this free clean, but it just felt like an arsehole move. It just felt disingenuous. Like, it felt like I weren't trying to be like a nice guy. I was just trying to help someone out, and to sort of leverage that on my YouTube channel just felt a bit sort of scummy. So I don't think I'm not that guy. I don't think I'm going to do that. Like, I'd like to do it in future, maybe do more free cleans, but for good causes and things. But I feel weird about recording it and putting it on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe that'll change. I'm not sure. She left me a really lovely review afterwards, which was nice. So. And you never know. Like, some of these people you meet, you'll probably get work off them in the future, one way or another. Whether it's, she said she'll definitely bear me in mind for next year, and she'll recommend me to her family and friends. So that's like enough for me. And it was only a Sunday afternoon, a couple of hours. So since I've started this business, I've been so conscious about money. Like, that's not to say that I've not enjoyed, I've not like splashed out on stuff, or I've saved every penny and been super careful. I just mean like I've been considering my options and considering whether things are actually worth it to me, and thinking about what I've done in the past that's not necessarily brought me any happiness. I don't want to make those same mistakes in the future. So I used to be really materialistic. I used to buy nice things like nice cars and a nice camera, and I used to always be looking at gadgets online and stuff, and it just, I'd get the thing, I'd spend hundreds of pounds on it, and then I'd be like, it's great for a week or two, and then it's like my life, it hadn't changed my life. I just kind of regretted all of those purchases like a week later. But so I've been quite conscious since I started this business. And before this, for the last 10 plus years, for as long as I can remember, I've been drinking alcohol quite heavily. Like 3 or 4 cans of beer or bottles of beer most nights. Didn't matter whether it was a weekend or whether there was anything to celebrate. I'd just pretty much drink almost every night, probably more on a weekend. And my justification was like, it was just, I've had a long day, I've worked hard, I deserve it. Or like, I can't just have one. Like, that was always my mindset. Like, if ever I've tried to quit in the past, I'll be like, oh, I'll just have the one. And it always leads to more every single time. I know how my brain works. But this time I've been sober for like 5 weeks now, which is the longest ever since I first started drinking, I suppose, when I was like 19, 20. Was it that early, or was it a bit later when I started going to parties and stuff? But I've always worked long shifts and stuff, and I've just sort of picked up those cans of beer on the way home and thought I deserved it, and like, it never. I've always thought when I've wanted to quit in the past, I've always thought like the downsides of drinking all this beer and this alcohol far outweigh the positives. Like, the only positive that I can think of is it relaxed me, it sort of calmed me down. But I've realised recently, like, it was the root of all the anxiety I've ever had. Because when you drink and you have like a hangover, the next day, your anxiety levels are heightened, and paranoia and all that sort of stuff kicks in because you're hungover. And like, I haven't been sober long enough to not know what feeling normal is like. And so, like, first of all, I was just trying to save money. Like, I was spending like 40 quid a week on alcohol. And I thought, well, now I've got my own business, I can't do that. So I'm going to stop drinking for a while. So all I'm drinking now is Aldi's Pepsi. It's not bad. Like, it's cheaper and better than normal Pepsi, I think. But there's been so many temptations. Over the last couple of months, we've had barbecues, family birthdays. I've been to a wedding. Every time I cook, like, if I quite enjoy my cooking, and I had a habit of like watching a stream, watching Twitch, cooking, having a beer. Like, that was my time. That was my time. And not being able to do that has been a killer. Like, it's been so difficult to not give in to the temptation. But I knew if I have one, I'm going to be like, well, I had one, so I've broken my streak. I might as well have more. Like, I failed, sort of thing. So I've just not had one. I've not had anything. I've not had a sip of my sister was trying to get me to try some red wine the other night. Just have a sip, just to see what it tastes like. I was like, nah. And Sophie, even Sophie's been saying, you can have one. You know, you don't have to drink in excess. You can just have one on the weekend, or, you know, it's a wedding, you can just have one. You know, or we're celebrating this, you can just have one. And I'm like, no, because I know what I'm like. So that's been really difficult. But I'm not going to stay sober forever. But now I think about it, like, it never lives up to its expectation. Like, thinking about that crispy lager after a full day of work. Like, I always remember drinking a pint, like a nice cold pint after work, and just thinking, like, it's not that great. Once I've got through half of it, thinking, like, was it worth it? I don't know. And so I'm just holding on to that feeling every time I get a craving, which I do every day. I get a craving, I think, I could really do with a cold pint now. Or like a rum and coke or something. But I just think it's never actually that good once I've had it. Maybe a rum and coke is. Like, that would probably elevate this. That would probably elevate this Pepsi to, like, the next level. Some ice, some rum. I don't know, man. But I'm a business owner now, so I've got to make smart decisions, and being hungover all the time isn't smart. It doesn't lead to success. I'm trying to do the things that successful people do. It starts by making good, small decisions that take you towards your goal. And it was all about money. It was all about saving money. It wasn't about quitting for my health. Like, it's expensive. It makes you fat. It gives you a beer gut, which it did. It makes you anxious. It makes you feel shit the next day. And I was a bit of a dick when I drank as well. I just got louder and just more obnoxious. And the only benefit was that it sort of calmed me down and relaxed me a little bit. But even that was caused by the drink, which I didn't need in the first place. So I don't know. I'm not feeling like I need one yet. When I do have one, when I have another beer, it won't be because I'm craving it. I'm not going to give in to the temptation. I'm just going to have one because I can. I don't know. I'm being careful with my money. We've organised all our bills. I've got like a separate account for my business. I've been ringing my mobile phone provider and trying to get my bill down. I've made so much progress with my money, and then we get a bill through the door saying, "Oh, you owe £600 for the maintenance outside your property. Like, we've got this green area outside our house. It's a new build. It's about 5 years old." And they handed over management to a maintenance company like 6 months after we moved in. And they still had the old tenants at the address. So this maintenance company they didn't know our names. They didn't know anything about us. They thought the old people still live here. And so they've been sending letters to our address with their names saying, we're going to start charging you. This is how much you owe. And it's legal to do this, by the way. They can just start charging you money for maintaining the land outside, even though it was free when you first moved in. There's like a clause in the deed of covenants or whatever. And so we've been getting these letters, obviously not opening them. And then we finally get a letter saying to the property owner. So we've opened that one. This is 3 years later. So we've been in the property 3 years. And they've said, "Oh, you owe £600 for the last 3 years of missed payments." And I rang them. I was like, "You haven't sent any letters before this point, so why would we owe you £600?" And they said, "Oh, there's an admin error on our end. We've got the wrong names on the account, so you haven't been receiving our letters. Clearly, they've been going to they've been addressed to the people before." I said, "Oh, okay, so we'll just set up a direct debit and we'll start paying from today." And they said, "Oh no, you still have to pay for the last 3 years that you've missed payments." I was like, well, we haven't made the mistake. We didn't know anything about it. We had no way of knowing who you are, no way of contacting you, no way of knowing that we owed any money whatsoever. And now you're asking for it all up front. So unfair. And they've I don't know, we haven't sought legal advice, but they're not giving in either. We've been back and forward emailing them, and they're just saying, "You owe the money," and that's that. So that feels really shit. It's like £170 a year, like £183 a year, and this year's £170. But it's like you do all this good work, and you're good with your money. Like, this is life. This is what life does. It always throws. I was going to say curveballs, but they're shitballs. It just throws shitballs at you. And you can be as on it as you could possibly be, and there'll always be something that comes and smacks you in the face. But I've learned not to get emotional about it, not to let it control my subconscious thoughts when I'm trying to have a good day and I've got all this shit going on in the back of my head. I'm just trying to be like, it's another thing, just deal with it. Don't let it get to you. Just crack on. Don't let it affect the mood, and don't let it affect the way you talk to people around you. Don't let it affect your relationships. Just deal with it and move on. It's very difficult though. I put a video out about a week back. Let me see if I can find it. And I was asking for your guys' recommendations. It's called "I'm Getting Nervous." So dramatic. I was asking for your recommendations to of what you would do or what you are doing throughout the winter. So I'm sort of running out of ideas for sort of my business plan through the winter, because I've still got bills to pay, and people don't, believe it or not, people don't get their driveways pressure washed over the winter. Some do, most don't. And I got a couple of comments. I thought I'd just read them, just because I'm here, not really, no pressure. Just might as well shout a few guys out. So Ben Morris commented, and he said, window cleaning hands down for me. It's a subscription-based service where people have them done every 4 or 8 weeks. Also, it will allow you to offer your pressure washing services to your window cleaning customers. I've been going a few months doing window cleaning, gutter cleaning, fascias, soffit, gutter clearance, gutter cleaning, and plan to buy a pressure washer within the next 6 months. Thanks, Ben. I thought about window cleaning. I actually bought some equipment for window cleaning. It was just a bucket and like a pole, and I wanted one of them water-fed brushes, but then I found that you need that pure water stuff, like deionized water. Is it deionized, or is it just got less of the minerals and stuff in it? I spoke to a window cleaner the other day, and apparently you brush the window with this water-fed pole, and the water comes out, and you don't have to like dry it. You don't go over it with one of them squeegees or anything. It just, because it's pure water, it just sort of beads off, which is interesting. Surely that don't take long to do a house. You charge them what, 10-15 quid per house? And do people still do that in the winter? Like, it does sound like potentially a good route, but then it's, do I want to invest a lot of time into building up a window cleaning round, and then when the pressure washing season kicks in again, I'll have to either abandon all my window cleaning customers or employ someone else to do all the window cleaning for me so I can focus on the pressure washing? Like, it's really difficult to think. I want to get to everything I'm doing for this business, I want to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. Like, I don't want any distractions. So I was thinking about window cleaning. I was thinking about washing cars. Is investing all that time and money into washing cars going to take me away from my goal of being really good at pressure washing, getting big commercial clients, all that sort of stuff? Is it just a distraction? It will get me through winter, yeah, but is it just a distraction that I don't need? Maybe I should be investing my time elsewhere. Like, it's a really difficult decision. Thanks, Ben. C. Evans says he mentioned about my unloader that's broken. They're about 70 quid. You'll go through a couple every year. Christopher Donnelly says, I bought a second-hand drain jetter that I use for pressure washing. Looking into advertising the drain jetting, as I have the hose attachment. I believe you can use the same attachment on your normal pressure washer. I actually learnt this on the Equipped to Clean training course. You can attach a jetter. It's like a little, I think they call them wigglies. It's like a high pressure hose with a little spring on the end and a ball, and you put it down the drain and just click the lance, and it just like the water hits the back of the spring and makes it move like that. And because it's so high pressure, you've got the water and you've got this little spring unclogging the drain. Like, it's insane. I think it's a good addition to like any pressure washing service if you want to get involved with that. The lad I spoke to said he already offers it, and he's there for like no more than 5 or 10 minutes for most jobs, and 99% of jobs it's literally a few bursts of the pressure washer and he turns the machine off and he's out. Like, it's very rare that you actually can't clear the blockage, which sounds like a really good solution. Alex says spring and summer people go outside, hence that being a good reason. Hence that being a good season for you. Autumn and winter, they go back inside, so maybe carpet cleaning. I did think about carpet cleaning. Again, it's another investment to this whole new body of knowledge that I'll need about products and safety and making sure nothing goes wrong. And then it's like a £400 upwards investment in money for the right equipment. And you can go for one of the cheaper ones, and it's like, how much do I want to spend if it's just something that I want to do over the winter? And what if it doesn't take off? Is it too far away from the pressure washing where I can't advertise them in the same sort of business? I don't know. It's again, it's a lot to think about, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I know when I was painting a few years back, leading up to Christmas, people wanted to decorate. Yeah, I could do decorating. I like the idea of something indoors. Outdoors in the summer, indoors in the winter. So carpet cleaning, decorating, painting. Under Pressure says, I've had a few requests for bin cleaning. That would be okay if you had a batch in one road, for instance, but one here and there wouldn't be worth it. Yep, agreed. I don't know what sort of equipment you need for bin cleaning. I can imagine if you're putting a pressure washer in a bin, you're going to get all that back spray right in your face. Like anytime I go near a corner or a wall with my pressure washer, I get absolutely filthy. So I don't know how that would work in a bin. There's probably some specific equipment. I don't know. I've seen a few bin cleaners coming around the area, but I've never seen how they do it. So that'd be quite interesting. I might just have a look at a video. Contact Bournemouth Jet Washing, that's a big channel. He's commented and he said, contact local property management agents. Always entrances and walkways in need of cleaning when the wet weather sets in. That's a good suggestion. I wouldn't know how to contact local property managing agents, but I could Google it, I suppose. And this is good advice coming from someone who's a bit of a giant in the industry, certainly on YouTube and Facebook anyway. I've looked at his Facebook posts and he gets like between 1 million and like 11-12 million views per Facebook video, and he's got this American that he must pay to commentate his videos and like narrate them. It's sick. It's like, how do you get that much of an audience on Facebook? I didn't think people put much time into Facebook videos. I know the Reels are doing quite well, but these are like full blown videos. David Elliott says, putting up and taking down Christmas lights at domestic and commercial properties, bin cleaning services, and cleaning commercial properties. Yeah, I was hoping I'd have some more commercial work lined up this time of year. I actually had an opportunity recently for a big commercial block paved car park. It was absolutely massive. It was like a week's work. If it was me on my own, it was going to be a week's work, and I think they just was a bit surprised at how much I was going to charge. It was only going to be a couple of grand, which for a large commercial property, you'd have thought that was reasonable. Like the area was huge, and that was including sand, including fuel, including chemicals, and I think they just didn't really appreciate how much pressure washing costs. Christmas lights and stuff, I thought that was more an American thing where you pay people to come and put your Christmas lights up. I don't think people in the UK really do that, unless it's for commercial stuff, I suppose. But yeah, that's an interesting one. And then Michael Craig says, I have more than one business. I have one business that's busy in the winter and pressure washing in the summer. Plus I get the odd jobs through the winter pressure washing. My winter business is reselling. I buy stock throughout the year, start listing it around November time on eBay. So yeah, a lot of people base their whole business off just buying and selling stuff on Amazon. Buying things cheap from, like, is it Alibaba? You can buy like unbranded stuff and put a sticker on it and just resell it for like double the price. Clothes and little gadgets and stuff, fidget spinners. You got to like get on the hype of something early. Like fidget spinners, when they took off, if you invested early in like that sort of like that sort of toy, and you sold them at car boots or fairs or wherever, you could make a fortune. I've got a TikTok channel and I haven't invested that much time or energy into it at all, but I've put a couple of videos up, and the one video that I've sort of narrated, it was like a gutter cleaning video and rust removal on a patio. So if you want to have a look, my TikTok is just at Jake Smout, JakeSmout, and this video is approaching 1 million views, which is insane. I'm getting likes as we speak. I'm just looking at my phone and I'm getting like after like after like. 824,000 views, and I've got like 43,000 likes and almost 200 comments. That's insane. That's my best performing video ever, and I just put it up as a whim. On YouTube, I posted the same video. I don't think it was the same. I think it had to be shorter for YouTube Shorts. Oh, I posted the longer version, and it's only got 300 views on YouTube, but it's got almost 1 million on TikTok, which is just crazy. So I might put a bit more time into TikTok. I don't know. Who knows? That's about all I've got this week. I just thought I wanted to chat about a few things, and yeah, I'm going to take my GoPro to this roof clean on Saturday, and that will probably be my next upload. So thanks for watching, and comment, subscribe, use my affiliate links if you need to buy any equipment. That'd really help me. Thanks. See ya.